Welcome back to PresCo. I'm the Business Pres, and today we are looking at the daily trend. Something very interesting has happened to the daily trend. Was not expecting this just yet, but it's interesting, and let me show you what exactly it is. If you like what's about to be shown, smash the like button, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe. Let me know what you want me to talk about. But for right now, we're going to look at the big three. We're going to look at the Bitcoin dominance first, because this is how things are setting up, okay? Now, when we go in a downtrend on this chart, it's quick, it's fast, and this is altcoin season. And we are anticipating another one. Okay, we've had 3 touches on this support line. If we find resistance, we could very well break this support structure. And then what that is on Elliott waves, altcoins have done their wave 1, they've pulled back their wave 2, and are about to go on their wave 3. Not all, okay, Solana's been running, Solana's done its 5 waves, okay, so it's done its wave 3, its wave 4 correction, and it's done its wave 5, it's printing a big head and shoulders and stuff, and it's about to get smashed. Probably won't break another all-time high, but on some of these other coins, very highly likely in the macro trend pattern and wave analysis. And that's what we're all about on the daily trend, is we can map it out, and it's months to years, but we can follow it day to day. Okay, so if Bitcoin dominance wants to come up to this orange resistance structure, then it's a bit bearish, right? Bitcoin might get dominance, Bitcoin might go up, but altcoins will either hold their value or bleed out versus Bitcoin. But if we break it down here, oh my God, everything's just going to go insane. All right, all right. First thing I want to show you, look at this chart. This is the Bitcoin chart, okay? This is key levels of support down here. I don't think we're going to go there, guys. I really don't, because we've been consolidating in this flag, in this down channel, okay? And what's happened? I'm sure some of you have already picked up on it. We've got a massive daily green candle, okay? This resistance line, it starts off here, 2 touches, 3 touches, 4 touches. On the 5th touch, we did not make a lower low. Okay, that's the interesting part. We did not make a lower low. Okay, we broke out of the resistance here. We closed. There's barely a wick up there. We closed a bullish candle, breaking this nearly 3-month resistance. Okay, that's the interesting part. Are we going full bullish mode? No, not yet. Because this level here needs to be broken. Okay? This level is the previous high, I guess you could say. It's the previous range, the previous structure. Okay? And we are just at it. We're at it, alright? We haven't broken through it yet. Okay? We've just broken through this resistance trend line. So what we can do here is we can turn it to green. Because when we break resistance, it becomes support. And what we need for that is a retest. And I want to show you that here in the RSI, okay? We've come down, we've hit it, we've hit it, we've hit it, we've broke the 50. As soon as we break the 50, we're bearish, okay? If we're under the 50, we're bearish. We're over the 50, we're bullish. And as you can see right now, we broke the 50, we closed the daily on the 50, over the 50, right? But this line has been our resistance line. We broke it here, and we did the retest. RSI is a leading indicator. And if we're doing this on the RSI, then the price follows, right? Right. So we're going to turn this green. This is now a support zone, okay? Now on the price, we do have resistance, okay? We've got resistance by the 50 moving average, which represents the 50 on the RSI, okay? Now if we get rejected here, we're likely to come down and retest, okay? That's all that is. We're likely to come down and retest. Okay, let's clean this up a bit. okay? And that's what we want. That's a confirmation. If we come down here, retest this trend line, we form support here. Where might we actually slow down a bit? It's the 618. Oh no, why have you done that? Every time. Bear with me 1 second. So we get rid of all these, we'll bring out the important level. This is the Fibonacci retracement. This can go up, this can go down. It's a trend, right? So if you're in a bearish trend, you go from top to the bottom, and there's the retracement. If you're a bullish trend, you go from bottom to the top, and there's the retracement. Okay, more on that later. But look where we are. Okay, the 618. If we come down, we could retest. All right, could confirm that this is now support. Could retest that trend line, and then we can continue. All right, this is price action. And then from here, we'll probably have enough momentum to flip over here. And then we'll come up and make more resistance because we're not in the clear yet, okay? Here's our first resistance on the previous structure. Here's our next resistance on the previous structure, right? So this is where the bull trend, if we are in a bull trend, we'll get hit, but we'll find a higher low, excuse me. We'll break out of our highs, we'll pull back to some support, and it'll be a higher low. And if we can continue this, we'll be in an uptrend. And if we can break out of some of these resistances, then we're likely to go to the top because this is a channel. And when we break a pattern, patterns always have targets. And the target for this channel, believe it or not, will be up here. Okay, that's our target. Will we get there? Maybe, maybe not. It's probably safer to target somewhere like this. Okay? Now what I'm seeing is the RSI is broken above the 50. That's one thing, right? This MACD is the next thing. Okay? We've had the bullish cross. Okay? So here's the bearish cross. Okay? This is where we've broken through. Okay, we made a lower high, and that's divergence. Because against the price has made a higher high. So again, that's the first warning signal, and I was bad at calling that at the time, but I'm seeing it now. Okay, and then we get to the flip side of this. So as soon as we break through, that's where the bearish momentum really kicks in, right? And then we cross back up here, we test the 50, and then we push back down, right? So we could get something like that again. It's just going to test the zero, the neutral zone, and then it could push back down. It could, it may not. It could, but it may not. So we've got the bullish cross here, right? We've got kind of another divergence. So now it's looking like the pendulum's about to swing. Bearish move could be over. We might go into bullishness. And the same thing back here, guys. This is why I made my channel in the first place, because I've seen this coming. All right? This whole move right here. Do you see it? So right now, we've just broken out here. We've got a retest. Of course, it could take a while. We could have this entire move first, but we've broken out of the resistance. We've got to retest it, but at the point we retest, that's interesting, all right? Look where the MACD is. MACD come up, it bounced, and then it broke through. As soon as we're above the zero, we're in bullish territory. Look what happens to the price. As soon as we're below zero, it was bearish territory. Look at the price. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, looking at the MACD, the RSI is below 50, the MACD is below zero. We push down. Look at this momentum. All right. Now, we're looking at the MACD going above it, the RSI going above it, and look at the price, okay? Very interesting. We're getting similar things over here. So if this continues, we can expect, just by looking at this, the price could come up here very quickly. And if it does, the trend has definitely changed. So that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, I'm not saying go all in. I'm not even saying buy or sell. If you knew what I knew, and this is a rant for another day, All right, I'll be ranting and raving about the true potential of these digital assets, and it might just blow your mind. It might make you look at these 50% corrections a bit differently. I know it made me. All right, 50% end of year financial year discount, whatever you want to call it, but it's all about here. It's all about the psychology, how you're playing the game, and how you want to win. All right, so that's Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks like the trend is changing. Okay, let's look at Ethereum. Ethereum, we're not in the clear yet, except we see things in the RSI. Okay, similar thing. We've got a resistance line, we broke through it, we retested it, and now we're pushing up. Okay, if we find a lot of resistance here, we could come down. We could come down, we could fill out this support level again. But really, we could just get like a double bottom, something like that, before we start pushing up, something like that. Because I still see a fair bit of resistance. Okay, we've got the 50 here as resistance, we've got the 200 as resistance, and we've got these levels up here. Okay, but the channel that we just broke out of on Bitcoin, here it is again in the opposite, right? And that's the other thing. Look, we've just got the cross up on the MACD. Okay, we're not in positive territory yet, we're still in negative territory, but see, that does it there. But we've got to cross up, which means we're not fully bearish, which is good. It's good news. I don't want to be fully bearish. All right. So as soon as we break this resistance line, we turn bullish. The RSI is probably up here. Okay. That's right. So here's that channel. This is that up channel that we're in a bullish trend for a long time. All right. And we break that channel. We retested it. We come up. We could not make a higher high. We were getting bearish divergence. Okay, which is another top signal. Okay, and right about here, we tested the 50 on the RSI and fell down. So right about here was a great time to sell ETH. And even here, once we broke this trend line and retested it. Okay, this trend line is important because I believe that's where we're going to test next. Okay, look where that lines up. Right with the 50, right where we are right now. So again, we're not in the clear yet with Ethereum. We could still have a pullback, and which would lead to a great buying opportunity. But I just want to show you something, right? This channel that we're in, as soon as we break it, where's the target? Bottom of the channel. Okay? And we met it. And it led to more bearishness. It just led to one more move, you know what I mean? So these patterns, they're very powerful. You know, if we've got a target, and if everyone's looking at it, like this is a global 24/7 market. And if everyone's looking at it, the majority of people are going to play it, then you have a higher chance of winning. Okay? So it's interesting. It's interesting. Like technically, we're not in the clear yet. Well, we're looking very bullish. Okay, just quickly on XRP, where we are now. All right, this is the bottom of the bear market. We had our first bull run, the SEC case come out, but we still broke above it, we flipped it, okay? We hit resistance here at the 618, the bearish 618, okay? And we did like a triple top on there. 1, 2, 3, and then we've come down to find support. Not a huge lot of support in the middle of the range, because we've only been here for about a year, but it's interesting, all right? It's interesting. And now it seems like we're bottoming on a support level. Okay, there's a cheeky little double bottom here. Okay. So if we break out of this resistance on XRP, this could be very good also. Very good also. Now let's look at the daily trend strategy to check if we are correct, whether the indicators match my hypothesis. That's on the daily, yep, sweet. So we're at the 50 on the RSI. The MACD is still under the neutral zone, so we're not full bullish yet. But I've been buying more XRP. Look how cheap it is right now, okay? It's down from the highs. 66%, and it's not even down from the all-time, like we haven't even hit all-time highs yet. We still haven't hit any real macro targets yet. Okay, so if you buy at the top of this channel, you know, and you get to previous all-time high, you might double your money, maybe triple it. Okay, the second target, third target, fourth target, a macro target, you might 5x your money, all right? But you survive a bit of a bearish move like we've had. You survive a 20, 30, 40% correction, and you're buying more. Well, what does that do for you then? Well, the first target's a 3x, the second target is a 5x, the third target is a 7x, fourth target, macro target, there's your 10x. So you want low, juicy prices so that when we get to the target, you've got more because you're buying more at a cheaper price, so you get more, and then you've got more to sell at the top. You know, you want to be fearful when others are greedy. And I can remember at this time, Elon Musk was tweeting, all these celebrities were tweeting, everyone was in love with cryptocurrency. Strangers are talking about it on the street. They had laser eyes come out. Everything told me that it was a top. But did I sell? Nah, because I was rookie. I was green. Now, everyone's fearful. Everyone's thinking this is just going to keep going down, keep going down, keep going down. But on the contrary, our indicators are starting to point up. We're on some serious support levels. All right? It's not just, oh, here's support, it might hold. Bang, get rejected. Oh, here's support, it might hold, like I was thinking. All right, support might hold, yeah, but then the resistance is even stronger, like I said in the other video. But it's interesting. It's interesting. XRP is looking the least bullish out of the three, but like I'm telling you, man, when XRP goes on its run, it's going to shed everything. Everything. This is where you get your 10x versus Bitcoin. All right, so Bitcoin could have its move, people take profits out of Bitcoin, put it in XRP, and then that's where you see a move like this. Very interesting, right? Very interesting. So if we're going to continue bullish, we've got to break out of those resistances, and on the dominance chart, we'll probably start breaking down. And as soon as we cross this green line, we get what we want. But we've got to kind of already build our position, because like I said, it's the difference between a 5x or a 10x. If you're buying really, really low, yeah, there's a bit of pain, bit of blood on the streets, but you want to buy blood on the streets, even if it's your own. All right? You don't want to buy greed. You don't want to buy everyone's happiness. It doesn't work like that. You want to buy people panic selling their bags. You want to buy fear. When people are scared, they're panicking, they're like, I still do it. I still do it, even though I know it's wrong. It's because I'm still emotional somewhat. All right? Guys, that's enough for today. The market may be changing. It's very interesting. Okay? It's very interesting. We're not full clear yet. We might even just continue sideways for a long time. We might even just stay in this macro range and do very little. We might literally just up, down in this macro range. And if we do that, it's not going to be good. Because what happened last time? Up, down, capitulation. But even still, that gives us a great buying opportunity. Because if we're buying here to the next top, that's double your money. But if we're buying here to the next top, that's triple your money. You know what I mean? So there's a lot to think about while we're navigating these markets. But to me, it would appear that we're not bearish anymore. Porque us not bearish. Okay, guys, that's all I've got time for today. It's probably all you want to see today. I'll be back tomorrow, maybe the next day with another video. But that's it for me. If you like the quality of this content, smash that like button. Leave me a comment. Tell me what you think. Tell me what the like button looks like, what color it is. Thanks, guys. I'm Business Prez, back with another one. Bye for now.